2025 was full of ads for buying gold, but how did it actually perform? We'll talk about this today on Elevate Wealth. Welcome back. I'm Deanne Rosso with Elevate Wealth Advisory, and this month we're reviewing some of the most significant events in 2025 with our 2025 year in review. And it seems that every day we heard these ads for buying gold, whether on TV or radio or magazines or any of the media that surrounds us on a daily basis. But how did it actually perform this year? So to discuss this, I have with me today Clarke Holt, Wealth Advisor. Welcome, Clarke.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Clarke, tell me about gold in 2025.
So gold has been very popular this year. It actually surpassed $4,000 per ounce October the 8th, which is a fresh all-time high.
Wow.
So as far as performance goes, it's outperformed most other asset classes. It's up about 50 to 55% year to date.
Wow.
Which is significant, which has driven a lot of interest. So typically what drives interest in gold are things like geopolitical uncertainty, crises, things like that, economic uncertainty, political uncertainty, even the potential for lower rates or inflation, things like that. And so it has been a very popular asset class as we've moved through the year, and it's considered a safe haven. So when we have these things like these, again, geopolitical uncertainty, people tend to flock to gold, and institutions, foreign governments, retail investors, individual investors have all piled in, which drives the price up. Yep. And what we do see is that oftentimes gold can underperform, so we got to be careful there. So it can be very volatile. There are stretches in periods where it's underperformed greatly, stocks, for example, so maybe even for 2 decades. So you have to be very careful not to be too aggressive with how you want to allocate there. The ways that we can access gold, we can obviously own the physical bars, we can own coins, we can own the mining stocks, we can own gold through ETFs, which is really the most popular way or vehicle that individual investors and institutions have used. So a lot of inflows into ETFs, gold ETFs, silver ETFs even. And so again, one of the best performing asset classes this year, and the highest level it's been ever. So
wow.
That's impressive.
That is impressive. So lots of key points to think about when it comes to gold or investing in gold. So what are your key takeaways? So
the takeaways really are, clearly it's done a great job of being a diversifier, being an inflation hedge or a crisis hedge, or an investment against like a weaker dollar.
Yeah.
The thing I would say is you have to be careful not to experience FOMO at these levels.
Yep.
And so while it can be a part of a portfolio, you need to be intentional and very careful about how you add it into the mix. And as far as what happens from here with the Fed, with geopolitical events, things like that, we'll see what happens.
Right. We don't often think of gold as being volatile, but it actually is.
Yep.
So very good. Thank you for joining us today and explaining all of those things about gold in 2025. And if you've ever asked yourself the question, should I own gold in my portfolio? Well, maybe, maybe not. But we're here to help you make that decision. You can visit us at elevate-wealth.com and click Let's Talk. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time.